and gentlemen, what's going on? This is Patrik Kabongo, songwriter, creative director, obviously an amazing rapper. And I'm here today with Rising Star, and we're doing Rising Thoughts. Ooh. Surprise.
What has surprised you most about yourself in the last year?
Ooh. First thought I would say is my resilience, my ability to adapt and to just accept things for what they are, and even more so grow as those are happening. So I'd say my resilience is definitely something that surprised me in the last year. Yeah. Do I have to pick another card right after?
Oh, so there's two questions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And so tell us about a moment where you felt surprised or shocked. Any moment in your life.
Surprised and shocked. Wow. I guess something that surprised me is how everyone reacted to COVID. Shocked would be that there isn't necessarily a change in how artists or creators are compensated for their work, whether it be contractual or, platforms that generate money for artists. Say that's kind of shocking that hasn't changed. I don't think there's anything that shocked or surprised me in my own life, just because kind of experienced enough to just expect and be comfortable with whatever possible situation that could happen. But I would say as an external thing, those are definitely two things that surprised and shocked me. It's a great question, folks. I can't lie. It's a great question. Ooh, fear. Ooh. Fear.
Has fear ever held you back from anything? If so, what?
Yes, it has. Fear has held me back from my own expectations, exceeding my own expectations. And I believe it came more so with, in music, just being able to try different things. And even in life, whether it's trying a new job or looking for a position or something that I don't necessarily have the most expertise in. But the fact and the thought that I have the ability to adjust, it bothered me that I permitted the fear of maybe not excelling the way I want to hold me back from doing that. And even in that fear, it's just the fear of not doing as well as I should expect myself to do. So yeah, that would be fear.
And then in the other regard to that, describe a time where you decided to use fear as fuel.
Time I decided to use fear as fuel. Okay, so I can't swim. And so I've always had this fear of drowning because I've almost drowned before. Or I guess I would say sinking, because I guess drowning would be dying. So yeah, and then I believe it was in 2015, I went on a trip with my good friend Evan, and we went on this canoe. And so it's like pretty much a 30-minute trip there and back. And I had no life jacket, nothing like that. And the worst could have happened. But I still chose to go because I didn't want to miss out on having a great summer with him. And then we actually had this scary moment where the canoe started kind of rocking back and forth, and we made it back safe. And I was really happy that even though I was afraid of possibly drowning and the fear of the trauma that I had prior, that I still did it. It was fun. Shout out to my dog, Evan, man. Appreciate
Proud
you for
of
that. 100%. You guys hear this? She's proud of me, y'all. Thank you so much. Joy. I like this. Should be like theme music where the cards get pulled up, you know?
What actions from others make you feel joy? What can someone do to you that will make you feel good?
Anyone who is considerate, or rather who considers me, who's transparent, who's willing to advise me against my own possible will in thought of for me to do or make the best decision. I think those are, and being accountable. Those are the aspects I find that bring me the most joy from people or external people towards myself.
And what stage of your life do you feel like you felt the most joy?
I'd say the last 2 years. Been experiencing a lot of joy, extreme amounts of joy, whether external or to myself. But I'd say the last 2 years, yeah.
Can you tell us about
Yeah.
what happened in the last 2 years?
Yeah, let's see. just overcoming a lot of frustrating challenges, both musically, life-wise, buying a house with my wife, seeing my siblings grow and pursuing the things that they want to pursue, building this company with my team, making hard decisions in my life that might have felt impossible to make in the past, seeing my peers who create as well excel, getting a chance to, make music for the MLB, the NFL, the NBA. Shout out Lionel, my dog. Can't thank you enough. And just being able to create it with this newfound purpose in mind, just being able to create without expecting too much of, I guess, like not the clout, but more so the popularity gene, and just creating whole purposefully and getting that energy back from my audience. And then just being alive, like the thought of being alive, the thought of feeling alive and understanding what that means and my responsibilities with that much power. Those are the things that I think about a lot in my relationship with God, and just keeping that close and my identity in that. And it's been amazing.
I'm happy you found so many ways to
Thank
find
you.
joy.
I appreciate that. Anger. I'm about to hear some real all right?
What did you do the last time someone got mad at you?
I ignored them. Didn't say a word. Didn't say a word. Didn't respond. Just, I don't want to say shut off because I find that's unhealthy, but I purposely chose to engage and match them where they were at.
And would you say that's often how you respond?
I do that very often. Yeah. I've had anger issues growing up, and so I always retaliated a lot with physicality or just obscene words and things like that. So I'm very thankful that over the last couple of years, or since my young adulthood to now, I've just managed to find new, more productive ways to deal with anger or people's anger towards me. And so, I found being silent the first little bit before trying to re-engage with someone has been my best asset.
And now, what is something someone could do that would get you angry?
Disrespect my wife, disrespect my faith. And that'd be pretty much it, to be honest. Yeah. Because with family, it's like I have that responsibility to my family, but also just understanding from a faith perspective that I'm a huge protector. And so I know when to say when and when to do what with a lot of discernment. But when it comes to my wife and my faith, those are like hands off. Yeah.
Fair.
I feel like Will Smith. Love. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one. I won't sing the whole thing.
I was ready for you.
You gotta pay for that Patreon, man. You gotta get that Rising Star Patreon in, man.
Give us your definition of love.
Love is a accumulation of unconditional acts that permit us to reciprocate and to do so with the utmost consideration and honesty. It is not a feeling. In case you say you feel like you're in love, that's not a thing. It's an action. Love is an action. Love is a verb. And so therefore requires actions to be there to support it.
And how do you show love?
How do I show love? By being considerate, being thankful, être reconnaissant, si je peux dire comme ça, and being truthful in all that I do towards myself, towards others, and to also, in that aspect, just be obedient when it comes to my relationship with Yahweh, and just being selfless in the aspect of not putting myself above others or considering myself to be greater than others, but doing those things without seeking anything back and doing those things intentionally. Yeah. I love you guys.
You don't feel it.
See? All right. I love them because I'm doing this interview so they get to know more about me. So actually it's an action, right? So.
Last.
Okay, last card. Sadness. Oh, man. Sadness.
How do you bring yourself up when you're feeling down?
I sometimes will call my younger brother. Shout J-Bo. It's my man's. We'll pray. Prayer is definitely something that's helped me a lot. I'll journal. spend some time with my wife, call my team, discuss things a couple of times, just because they're also my friends and my brothers. And definitely playing video games helps a lot. Playing video games helps a lot. Taking a nap helps. Or just going outside and spending time with my dog and my cat. Those helps a lot. And then, yeah, I'm still learning different ways to kind of go with that, but I believe I'm confident, obviously, that praying is definitely the first thing that helps. Yeah. A lot of people say, like, I feel like as an artist, people would assume that I'd say write music, but that's like the last thing I do. Yeah.
And can you bring us back to a moment when you were a teenager when you can remember feeling very sad? Feeling overwhelmed, feeling really sad.
As a teenager, feeling overwhelmed. As a teenager?
As a teenager, or as younger Patrik?
Yeah. Okay. So, which is interesting because I'm actually also reflecting on it now because I haven't thought about this in a while. That's also true. Yeah, no, it's interesting. So I don't remember the exact year, so forgive me for that. But when my twin brother got a scholarship to go to North Carolina to go play at Mount Zion Christian Academy, it was the first time that my twin brother and I, or that anyone in our family amongst my siblings, was leaving the country, and for a while, like without knowing when exactly. And I just remember going to the airport with our entire family, and then, not entire family, apologies, with a couple of my siblings, and we went there, and him, myself, and my dad, we walked up to the port, and he took his flight. And I just remember on the way back, I got extremely sad. Like, I remember just crying, which is odd because as close as I am to my twin brother, I've never felt that, like oh man, my brother is leaving and have like this supreme sadness. But I think that was definitely my teens. That was something that was extremely saddening. And then I would say when I felt that type of sadness again was when my best friend Dre passed away, my close friend Raheem passed away, and my godbrother Jeffrey passed away. And it was all within months of each other. And so that was definitely an extreme sad moment for sure.
And out of these 6 emotions,
mm-hmm.
which do you feel like you feel the most connected to? Which you feel the most of?
I feel the most connected to joy and love and fear, but not fear as we see it like in everyday life, more the fear in terms of reverence. Mm-hmm. And I associate that a lot to my faith. And I also find it as a great motivator to challenge me to keep doing what I hope to do with my visions, my thoughts, my life, and to exceed and break through those fears. But fear, joy, and love, those are the 3 to identify with the most.
Nice.
These are great questions, by the way, folks. I hope you can be here and tune in.
Tune in.
So yeah. Okay, let's start off with this one. Bonus questions.
Bonus question. What is next?
I guess we'll see what happened next, okay? No, I'm joking. So right now I'm working on releasing my EP with Home Run on May 31st, called I Tried to Sing a Song. It's a couple of songs that I released already from the project as singles, gotten a lot of good feedback for. Afterwards, I'll be releasing a project with another producer that I can't name at the moment, and then another one with another producer that I can't name at the moment. But yeah, there's that. Releasing a couple of singles next month. I'm re-releasing a project from 2021 just to have it on Spotify, which is called Everything Changed, and it's remixes of Drake's Chicago Freestyle, Rihanna's or Tame Impala's Same Old Mistakes, and Slow Tie's ADHD. And just working on some visual projects for rather more so of like my projects that would demand me to be more of a creative director. And I'm very excited for that. It's going to be a lot more boundary pushing, a lot more unique. And I'm just trying to continuously grow as a musical artist and as a visual artist and just as a creator in general. And so I have a lot of expectations, a lot of goals for my company at X10 with my team. And so that's it. I can't always say what's next in terms of what the results are going to be, but that's what I'm planning to do.
Mm-hmm. Second bonus question.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Oh. Wait, no, there's one more bonus question.
She needs that finesse, folks.
Finesse. What question now that you've played the game Rising Thoughts, what question, it can have to do with any of the 6 emotions, would you ask the next artist who's going to be on Rising Thoughts?
Out of all the questions?
Well, just a question, a new question.
Oh, a question I would ask.
Yeah,
okay.
a question that you would ask an artist that potentially you would have wanted to be asked.
I would ask, do you believe your art is bringing value to your surrounding? Yeah, that would be my question. Are you going to ask whichever others comes after? Oh, that's amazing. I better get credit for that, folks.
You will. Don't. We know, we give credit where it's due. Now you can make the next one.
All right, perfect. Okay. Guess the lyrics. The last time I did this I did All Right. I did this on another interview. It was All Right. Guess the lyrics.
Okay.
Shout out my man Splash Bailey, man.
So, pardon, I'm not gonna rap it.
Okay, so it's a rap song. Okay, perfect.
No, I don't care what they did. I'll do my best trying to save these kids.
I sound like Patrik Kabongo. It's like Patrik Kabongo, gangster hippie.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite songs. Okay. I say that I'll do my best trying to save these kids. Cause I've been cause I've been all over the city causing damage at 1990s baby's kids. Thank you, Jesus, for the blessings.
You got it.
That's it, right? Yeah, there's more, but like I don't even.
Those are the exact I wrote. Wow, you got it.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite
memory.
songs. Yeah, because the song starts off with one of my favorite like riffs, right? What is it? I keep hearing saying, not scared to say the top 40's whack. Still in love with Billie Jean, but that ain't my baby. And I keep reading. Oh, you're trying to bring Maury back. Man, go listen to the Gangsta Hippie, man. It's tough. Classic. Wow. Guys did the homework. I love it. I love it.
Last card.
Okay. Oh, so that's just one? Guess one lyric? That's amazing.
I just
okay, perfect. Photo?
So I'm going to show you a photo.
Oh my gosh.
And I would like you to explain
the context?
who this Patrik was.
Okay.
And what you would tell him now.
Oh, they definitely went on my Facebook. Good God. Good God, they went on my Facebook. Oh my gosh. All right, yo, there's context. Shout out to my man JLS in the back, aka Mr. Freeze, aka Redbone. So this is when I think this was my first year of university, and I was growing out my hair, and I had seen Nick Young or Brandon Jennings, I believe, get a mohawk with a fro. So I was trying to do it. This looks horrible, by the way. If you guys see this picture, it looks horrible. But at the time, I was with it. So shout out to JLS. I was at the Little Forks barbershop. He's a horrible barber. Yeah. Horrible. But I went with it. Yeah, I wasn't even doing music by then, actually. So this is Patrik Kabongo with the dreams of trying to be a hooper.
And now, what would you say to him today?
Don't cut your hair, let it grow out, and don't ever let Jeremy put clippers to your head ever again. Ever. But I'm proud of him though. He was the opening door to permit me to be who I am today, so it's cool. So know better, do better. I appreciate you guys for always supporting me, being here as an audience. Join me, collaborate with me on all social media platforms, X10PK. Look out for Excellent Entertainment. Look out for I Tried to Sing a Song. Shout out my boy Thomas. Shout out the whole Rising Star team. Shout out the city of Toronto, of course, because I got to give you all love. And thank you to everyone that's just, continuously being part of my journey. So we love you all. You know what I mean? Peace.